This is Corky, a 2-year-old wild Mustang. When he came to us, he had never been haltered, never had his feet trimmed. His legs were sore from standing on overgrown hooves. Today, I'll show you how far he's come from a stiff, scared colt to a Mustang who finally has the opportunity to run around and make friends. And wait until you see what happens when we turn him loose for the very first time. We didn't just open the gate and hope for the best. We introduced him to the others one at a time so he could adjust safely. At 2 years old, movement is medicine. Running, bucking, and stretching aren't just fun. They're therapy for his mind and body. If you've ever wondered if a Mustang will actually choose you, watch for your answer. So when we're first introducing him to Frank, you can see how much he's running, jumping, kicking, sliding. It's a little bit muddy, so it's not safe. When we first let him out, he's just by himself to explore the 2-acre pasture without all the extras of having all the other animals with him. For the last year, Corky here has been in a 400 square foot pen. He hasn't been able to stretch his legs, run and play, or play with other horses. So here he is exploring the pasture, running, bucking, and playing, and he's very curious about Stormy there. And that is who we're going to introduce him to first out in the pasture.
You know how long it's been, if ever.
One thing to really pay attention to when he's running with Stormy, the horse, is how they are establishing the dominance in the herd, their pecking order. Stormy is going to show him really fast who is boss. And then from there, they go hang out together, and Corky is happy to follow alongside him. Corky hasn't had the opportunity to play with another horse for at least a year, and I don't know what it was like before, he was adopted. I don't know if he was in a big pen along with a whole bunch of the other animals or if he was in a smaller wild pen. What surprised me most is he was willing, after being set free with all that excitement and stimulation, to allow us to walk right up to him. He chose connection, even with the choice of freedom.
He really reaches forward with his front legs when he's...
Yeah, he does.
A Tennessee Walker leg.
This is wild Mustang Corky, whom is 2 years old, running around with a domestic horse, Stormy, who is 25 years old. Now, pretty soon is where they're going to really establish their dominance and pecking order. Watch carefully to see what Corky does right before Stormy puts him in his place. That was on video. Stormy
stuck his head over his shoulder like a dominance thing. Stormy didn't know you saw.
Notice Stormy doesn't hold a grudge. They're right back out running and playing. Remember this when we're gentling and training. Stormy didn't nag him and say, "Oh, Biscuit, don't do that." He just got right after it. He made noise, he kicked, and now they're friends. And notice how happy Corky is to follow along with him. Now we did each animal here individually. So first he had Stormy, and then Frank, and now Honk is out there also. So now there's a whole herd out here playing. Now here is what surprised me most, guys. When we put Frankenstein, and Frank is in this pasture now, when we put them out into the 2-acre pasture for the first time, it took weeks, I don't remember exactly how long, before they would let us approach them out there. Ready? So starting the harder stuff. Now let's talk about the hardest part, his back legs. For a wild horse, this is where they feel the most vulnerable. And for us, it's the most dangerous if we rush. That's why I work with him at Liberty. If he needs to walk away, he can. And guess what? He always comes back. That tells me he's not just tolerating the lesson, he's choosing to learn. Now, most people use for food rewards, but with Corky, that doesn't work as well. He gets so obsessed with the food that he can't focus on what I'm trying to teach him. So instead, I'm using scratches. His favorite spot is right at the top of his neck. That's his paycheck. Every Mustang has a different currency. You just have to figure out what yours is.
Good boy.
You'll notice I give Corky a way out. A cornered horse, domestic or wild, can feel like their only option is to plow through you. That's why choice matters. If he stays with me, it's because he's ready. But not every Mustang can be worked like this. For example, we have just brought home a mare who has already had 2 homes and no one has touched her yet. Her tail is so matted it looks like a third leg. With her, I'll have to adjust my approach because she needs handling fast. But I'm going to have to keep watching to see what she tells me. She'll let me know what she's okay with. Every horse is different, and it's good to have many tools in your toolbox so every plan can be tailored to meet the animal you're working with. That's why training a Mustang isn't about a formula. It's about reading your horse in front of you. Here's the truth about Mustangs. They're not just a green horse. They're truly wild. When you bring home an adult green Mustang, wild Mustang, you need to have that 6-foot fence to put them in. Mustangs are truly wild. And if you go too fast, you're going to create unhealthy stress. If you go at the right pace, you're going to build healthy coping skills. A lot of adopters will hit a wall. Sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes fear takes over. Or sometimes they just feel overwhelmed and wonder, what did I get myself into? If that's you, hear me clearly. It's okay to ask for help. You are not failing by reaching out. You're giving both you and your horse a better chance. Know that I offer memberships here with Training Wild Burros. We don't just do burros. And with my membership tiers, you have many options for help along the way. Whether you are just looking for some extra videos or if you'd like coaching, I'm here to help. And some of you are at the basic tier, which is just supporting what I do. I sure appreciate everybody out there who watches my videos, likes, subscribes, comments, and of course joins the memberships. Asking for help, guys, it isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. So where's Corky now? He leads well. He stands for his front feet, and he even let the farrier trim his front feet. That was stranger danger, and he tolerated it. If you guys notice, I'm starting with that long brush. It's just a little broom taped onto a stick, so pretty high tech. With that there, I'm able to reach out and touch him in all the spots that I want to check in to see how he feels about that. After I feel confident that he's okay, and I can see his confidence that he's comfortable, then I can add in more. I can add in petting him with my hand, touching his legs, getting him used to all these steps. I really want him to be comfortable with all this before I'm putting my hands down there in my head. I don't want to get hurt. And I want to keep building his confidence, not set him backwards. Today, you saw him beginning to accept handling of his back legs. Next up is going to be more groundwork, more confidence building, more with his feet and trailer training. This is just the beginning of Corky's journey, and I can't wait to share the next chapter with you. So stick around because the best is yet to come.